This isn't depression, and it isn't laziness. It's a quieter feeling than that, harder to name. It's the sense that something doesn't line up anymore, that effort doesn't translate the way it used to, that you're following rules that feel real, but no longer feel meaningful. You're functioning, you're moving, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But internally, there's a low, constant friction. Not pain, not despair, just the feeling that the map you were given no longer matches the territory. For most of history, meaning wasn't something you had to invent. It was inherited. Religion, tradition, community, clear roles, clear values. You didn't ask what life meant. You were told. But slowly, that structure collapsed. Not violently, quietly. The old answers stopped convincing. The old authorities stopped working. And nothing solid replaced them. When meaning disappears, the space doesn't stay empty. It gets filled with substitutes. Productivity, status, distraction, consumption. Goals replace values. Metrics replace meaning. Life keeps moving. But the inner orientation is gone. That's when the friction starts. That background sense of being busy without being directed. Over a century ago, Friedrich Nietzsche gave this condition a name. He called it nihilism. Not sadness, not despair, but the collapse of shared meaning. A state where life continues, but no longer tells you why. Most people misunderstand nihilism. They think it means nothing matters. Nietzsche meant something far more dangerous. Nothing tells you what should matter. When values disappear, people don't stop acting. They act blindly. They cling to substitutes. They obey systems. They chase approval. They follow momentum. Not because they believe, but because standing still feels worse. A life without orientation doesn't feel empty. It feels exhausting. You're constantly compensating, constantly proving, constantly busy. Not because you're weak, but because you're navigating without a compass. This is why modern life feels loud but hollow, connected but isolating, active but strangely numb. Nietzsche didn't believe the solution was going backward. He didn't say, return to old beliefs. He said something harder. If meaning can no longer be inherited, then it must be created. Not chosen casually, not borrowed socially, forged. Strong enough to organize a life. That feeling you've had, the friction, the disorientation, the quiet unease, it isn't a flaw. It's the cost of living after inherited meaning collapsed. Most people feel it. Few ever name it. Now you can. Welcome to the system. Now you can finally see it.